Some testosterone.
Testosterone is crazy. Fuck, for sure. Whew, ay, Dios mío. All right, turn me up, don't turn me down. What's up, world? It's your host, Justice Jackson, reporting to you live from the gas station studios right here in the heart of Las Vegas. Today, we're going to explore the collective of artists, a part of Black Visual Arts, a member community who recently just shot their first short film titled BLK SOCIETY, which is set to drop in July of this summer. Join me as we get to know the cast and crew behind this cinematic masterpiece. Let's get some insights and let's get some secrets straight from the source. I'm sorry, I thought you was doing that to me. My bad. I was looking at him doing this. Look at you being silly. Fuck. Anyways. All right. I have let me make sure I get it right. Mr. Strictly for the ladies.
Indeed.
First of all,
Yes,
I did my research and I said, okay, this ought to be interesting. Before we even get into where that name came from, what you do, because people gonna watch this and they already know. You a huge fan base.
Absolutely.
So congratulations on
I
that.
appreciate that humbly.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and your name, unless you want to go by Mr. Strictly for the ladies.
No, that's cool. So I am Las Vegas artist Tai Banz. Born and raised in Las Vegas. Mr. Strictly for the ladies came from my ladies fan base as I started dropping music and making songs for the ladies. So it just all came about, and then I made a EP or an album called Strictly for the Ladies, and it took off from there.
Took off. I love when you just find your thing and then you're like, yeah, I gotta roll with this. So what was your character in the film? What was their name?
Yeah, in the upcoming film, I played Smoke. Okay. Smoke in the film,
Smoke. So Smoke, and then you got Mr. Strictly for the ladies. So we've got like this nice little duality even going on. Okay, period. I like that. Absolutely. You have been on tour. Yes. You have been on the radio. Absolutely. You've obviously do your music videos, and now you're in the film. Like you are taking over. Was that ever originally like a part of your plan when you started doing music, or what has been the journey for you?
Absolutely. So that was definitely all a part of the plan. I feel like it was perfect timing. I always seen myself like venturing off and adding more to the bag as far as like film and acting and stuff. So when I seen the casting call and stuff like that on the gram, I'm like, oh yeah, like this is perfect. Like it's perfect. It's perfect timing. So I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead and get in my bag. Let me.
So you didn't even hesitate. You was like, oh, I'm with it. Like,
yeah, I'm definitely with it. Sign me up.
Okay. Did you feel like you picked your character, or did your character kind of naturally just come to you, and that was the role that you just knew this is the one I got to be for sure?
Yeah, it naturally came to me. Like when I seen it at the auditions, when I seen like the character description and all that, and I'm like, oh yeah, this definitely me. Like, and how I relate to where I come from and where I grew up, and you feel me, like how I was, coming up. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely me.
Okay,
like
the
whole
describe your character and describe your character in 3 words. Since you already say like you looked at it and you knew there's some relatability, I can definitely get with this. Describe it in 3 words.
So my character, Smoke, it'll be militant, fly, and caring.
Wow, those are actually those are nice. Like I feel like those are all fitting and just like hitting every spot. I like how you said militant. Yeah. So define militant. Like, is that discipline? Is that straight to it? Is that not playing no games? What is that? How do you relate to
militant to me is kind of like definitely not playing games, but as far as like moving wise, like he's pretty smart and he understands what's going on.
Strategic.
He's strategic. Like in the movie y'all see, like, or in the short film y'all see what I'm talking about. But as far as like how the situations played out, like he was very militant as far as when he made his next move, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And just being militant.
Militant is strategy, and I like how you corrected to say like movie instead of saying movie. Excuse me, you said short film, which is a huge thing because I think that when we hear movie, the expectation is so different versus when it's a short film. Right. You kind of know what you're getting into. So was this your first short film, or have you done movies already or other short films?
No, this was actually my first one. So it was very exciting for me. It was my first one. I got to learn everything like straight from scratch. So I was like, oh yeah, it was like dope. It was so fun.
Yeah, how is I guess performing and doing music different from acting for you? Like, how did you have to position yourself to prepare for that?
The only difference was like when I'm performing, it's no script. Like it's just you. You know what I mean? Like you go out there and you entertain and you be you. And then like the movie side was like, all right, you got a script, you got you feel me, like a expectation on what is needed to be done. So
Correct.
just make it you.
Right.
So I think that was like the best part for me, like defining the character and actually put it into my own
Kind of
style.
putting your own
Yeah,
little
my
sauce into it. So
own.
it's still like that
Yeah,
artistry that you're still,
yeah,
okay, well, this is what I'm doing, but let me add a little sauce, but still take into what exactly
yeah,
I am
yeah.
supposed to be doing.
Absolutely,
Okay, so
absolutely.
what projects have you been working on? I do want to get into your
Oh
music just
yeah,
a little bit.
oh yeah, it's
Because you've
good.
been working
Yeah,
crazy.
working.
Your work
Working.
ethic is crazy.
Appreciate that.
Of course.
Appreciate that. I just dropped a huge single, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, featuring Stephen G, LA based artist. Y'all should probably know who he is.
Yeah, I was crazy.
Um,
I did a music video with him like way back in like 2015.
Oh,
This
really?
this was like way before, and I was just like, I'm talking about the girls was going crazy. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
y'all both have that
Absolutely.
same
It came
just
together.
energy.
It
Yeah.
came
So
together.
how was
Yeah.
that for you?
It was real fun. I've been knowing Steven for a cool minute, so it was kind of like perfect timing. I did a show with him, back in like 2021. I opened up for him at the Backstage and Bar Billards, and then since then we kind of like built a relationship. And then I'm cool with his manager too. So like over the years, like they would put me up on game on how to move as an artist, and like like just building my
Really,
portfolio
exactly,
up. Yeah,
exactly.
and he wanted to do a feature then, but I told him, I'm like, at that time I was just starting to catch my buzz.
Yeah.
So I was telling him, I'm like, I'm not ready yet. I feel like you
Period.
feel me. So like when I
Wow.
come back to you, like
Yeah.
it's good. So
And
over
then
the
it
years,
aligns.
and then it just came out like boom.
That's
I
what's
told him,
up.
I'm like, when I come back, I'm gonna be ready.
That's
And
what's up. I mean-
called him. I'm like, I'm ready. He's like, all right, bet.
Got it.
I
I'm
got
ready,
it.
and I'm
Yeah.
on. That's actually really
Yeah,
respectful.
absolutely.
Like to trust yourself, to know to
Yeah.
make the right decision, even though because I feel sometimes people are like, oh, if there's an opportunity, you take it.
Take
But
it, yeah.
like, if you really understand the manifestation and power of yourself, you know that there's opportunities everywhere. It's just about which
Absolutely.
door you want to open, and
Absolutely.
taking that time is really honorable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a second. I do want to ask you. What projects do you have going on again? Because I feel like I interrupted you. And I do
Okay,
want
no,
you to
you
say that
good,
again.
you
Yes,
good.
yes, yes.
So now that that's out, that is the leading single off my summer album, titled "Ladies Love Bands." That's dropping mid-July, if not before that. So we got an album on the way, summer album,
Ladies
summer project.
love bands. So
Yeah,
we
Ladies
just gonna
Love
we gonna
Bands.
keep it up with
Yeah.
the ladies. You
Yeah,
know what
absolutely.
They do say pussy runs
Absolutely.
the world.
You feel me?
They runs
Love
the
'em.
world. If you
Love
gonna
'em.
get with anybody, you gotta get with the ladies.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I like how you have said that you like connected with Stephen G. You had the
Yeah.
manager, so it seems as if you already have this credibility of network of connecting with
Yes,
people. So
yeah.
how did you become a part of Black Visual Arts?
I did. They had a basketball event like
Oh,
a couple years ago.
okay.
It was like real big, real smooth. I did the halftime show there,
Okay.
and then since then I kind of like was networking with Meezy over Instagram and stuff like that. We seen each other at a couple showcase, like artist showcases that was actually here at the gas station. So it was like perfect timing for us all. Came back
Wow.
full circle. Like when I seen that he was doing it, I'm like, oh yeah,
Bet, big
yeah,
bet.
yeah,
Your
bet.
alignment is actually
Yeah.
really crazy. So do you
Absolutely.
intentionally manifest these things for yourself?
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes I do. Like I be speaking it to existence. Like I was just telling my one of my cousins, like my right hand, like I was telling him, like everything we speak about, like everything we you feel me?
Woo,
Like
woo,
we put it in
I
the
do.
world, it comes like right
for real. Like
Like,
really
front and center. Like
wow.
yeah. So I was definitely on that. Like I need to get in some type of film, like trying to show, and then it came about.
Okay, so I know that you say your character Smoke like is militant,
Yeah.
is obviously strategic, but also like caring, and you can relate to this character specifically. So I guess my question to you is like, how do you become militant about your own work? How do you become strategic about the things that you decide to do that have carried you this far, obviously? Because
Right.
the manifestation is one thing, but you still
Yeah.
have to put in the work and make sure you know what you're
Yeah.
doing. So how do you stay focused?
Just by knowing my end goal for real, and just attacking that, like praying, of course, you feel me? But when you pray, you gotta actually go out there and get it.
Facts.
And gotta build them connections and build them networks. Like I guess to answer that question is get outside my comfort zone,
Woo.
like and like actually going out and building those relationships and meet and shaking those hands with those people that can
Yeah, can
potentially
actually push the things forward for
exactly.
you.
So
Yeah.
that's what every artist, and it don't matter what you're doing, no matter what field you in, you just gotta go out there and meet them people. You gotta be in them people's face.
Okay.
Shake hands. You feel me? Like you
Absolutely.
gotta do it. You have to do
my
it.
name is Justice.
Exactly.
It is nice to meet you.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
However you feel about that is how you feel.
That's how you feel.
I've done what I'm supposed to do.
You did what you were supposed
That's
to do.
crazy. So what is some advice that you can give to up and coming artists, being that you have reached this really great level of success, honestly, for real?
Appreciate that.
Of course.
Really just stay yourself. And be consistent, of course. Keep dropping. And just like I said, just always remain yourself and know your end goal, and it'll all come together for sure.
I like how it's a very simple process. Like you said, you pray, you know yourself, you go put in the work, you keep doing it because you're being yourself, so it shouldn't even feel like anything outside of work. Like, that was good. You ate that up, friend.
I appreciate that.
You have great media training,
that.
so shout out to your team.
Appreciate
shout
that.
out to your team, honey. And speaking of shout outs, obviously thanking you, but we also want to give time to thank all of the other creatives and the rest of the crew that have came by, shared themselves and their experience. And we also want to give a shout out to Gas Station Studios for sharing themselves, or not sharing themselves, but sharing this space so that we can all really just come and co-create, because that's really what this is about. It's about creating something. So make sure you guys are staying followed in and tapped in with Black Visual Arts on their Instagram and their YouTube. And their Instagram. Why? Because you want to see the journey. Not only see the journey, but be a part of the journey, because it's all about creating something. It's all about the expansion of something. Other than that, y'all, it was lovely talking to you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you
nice
for allowing me
talking
to share
you too.
myself.
Absolutely.
I am your host, Justice Jackson, signing out. Bye. Sweet.
Yeah.